Well, hello there. And this is Auntie. And I am here to do my review of You, Me, and the Axe. Y'all, this show is getting crazy.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now, you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. To all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all for your continued support. If you are not watching this show, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm telling you. This show is getting crazier and crazier by the episode. This review is going to be on You, Me, and the Axe, Season 1, Episode 2, Ex Door Neighbor. And y'all, wait till you hear about the ex door neighbor. This couple behind me today was introduced to us for the very, very first time. And I was like, what in the cotton freaking sandhill rocket ship is going on with this couple right here? Now, the other couples are crazy, but this one, I don't know. I don't know which one is the craziest, but this one right here, I'm telling you right now, I'm just like, what? Okay, so let me move out the way so you all can see these whole couples, right? And so here we have Loren, John, April, and Roy. So April is the one that's right here. See where my cursor is? That's April. That's Roy. That's John. And that's Loren. Let me tell you about this story with them. Okay, so April was married to Roy. Roy is in the military. And so often he has to be deployed to different places. While he was deployed, this man right here, John, who was the next door neighbor to April and Roy, was coming over and cutting her grass. Okay, neighborly thing. Probably knew her husband was in the military, giving his services to her, to help her out because she was a single mom. Now, Loren, okay, Loren right here was is John's wife, or was John's wife. Okay, now he over there doing the do, and he is cutting April, whatever, April's grass, while Roy, Roy was deployed. Okay, she said that she decided that she was going to cook John dinner as a thank you for John cutting the grass, and they sparked off a friendship. Whatever the friendship was, I'm telling you, if you married, you don't want your husband to have this kind of friendship. Now, Roy and April have a child together, but April had two children by her former ex-husband. Okay, Roy is her second ex-husband. She is now married to John. But the thing about it was when April met Roy, she was already dating someone. They were, doing that off-road racing and all of this kind of stuff. The tire on his big truck came off, almost hit Rachel, almost took her life up out of here, and they fell deeply in love with one another. You can't make this stuff up. So they fell deeply in love with one another. She decides that she's going to start dating Roy, although she was already dating someone else. Now, John, the next door neighbor, sees April. He cutting the grass. The wife said he jumped over the fence and knocked on her door and was like, I'm gonna cut your grass for you. Now all of a sudden she is finds herself attracted to John, and now she's married to John. Now Roy, who is the second second ex-husband, moves 4 doors down from April and John, and Loren moves 10 doors down the street just with one of her girlfriends. What in the what? Okay. So we see this couple. You see April going to pick Roy up because he's coming home from the military. Okay, JW listening in the car. So we see April going to pick Roy up. They got the 2 kids in the car and they're saying who gonna hug him first. So they get out the car, they hug their dad, they're driving down the street and everything, and they're talking about the relationship between the two of them, right? Now, at the beginning, we don't understand what the fool-la-la is going on, okay? But then we realize that he's the ex-husband to April. So now April then goes into the house. She kisses her husband, and then, of course, Loren is there. They all sit down on the sofa and begin to talk about who they are. Loren sits down on the sofa and says, I am the ex-wife. And John says, thank God. So what was happening was April said that because her husband was away and deployed, when he would come back home, he would give all his time to everybody else and not to her. So, but John was giving all his time to her and not to Loren. Now, they say that they both was having problems in their marriage, but they never discussed having the problems in their marriage. But it did make no difference because our girl here, April, was sleeping with Loren's husband. So she was bound to have problems in her marriage, even if she did not have any problems in the marriage. Now, April and Roy own the home that she is now living in with John, the ex-door neighbor. Okay, he's the ex-door neighbor. They're living in a home, but April and Roy are still maintaining the same cotton freaking bank accounts, everything. They have their stuff together, mishmashed and all that kind of like crazy, right? So they're still together, but John is having an issue with Roy because Roy and April, according to April, she feels like she is still married to Roy, except for they're not being intimate with one another. Now, I'm hoping we're going to be able to stay on because we're having some more storms. And I mean, these storms have been bad today. So I'm hoping we still keep a connection. But these people are crazy. April and Roy decide that they're going to go to her daughter's house, who has a friend who does tattooing, and they're going to go and get matching tattoos. She doesn't tell her new husband, John, that she is going to do this. Okay. Now, they have a son together, but they don't have to have matching damn tattoos. But she said for her, she would rather do it and apologize than ask permission and let him know up front that This is what they're doing. So what is the best part, boo? Auntie, you ain't even got to the good part. Please don't lose us. Okay, what's the good part? This all is crazy. Let me know down in case it's something I forgot, Queen of the Mall. Or okay, let me know what you believe is the good part of this story. Okay, not another story, but this story. So the two of them go and get. She says, "Come on, Roy, we going on a date." Now Loren hangs at the house because she likes seeing her ex-husband John miserable in this cotton freaking fake semi-polygamous relationship. Like, what is this? But so she's hanging around. So they tell her that they going on a date. So they all go on. They go on this date. They go to the daughter's house. They get a tattoo of something, right? They come back to the house and now they tatted. She tells John the reason why she didn't tell him was because she didn't want to have an argument with him, and she would rather say, okay, she would rather say, okay, Queen of them all, and she would rather say, apologize than to be upfront with her husband. Lauren is sitting up in the background, signifying and laughing like a mofo. She getting a good kiki out of this because Lauren just hangs around the house just to make sure that she sees John miserable in this relationship, especially when John sat down and said good. She said that she was a good wife. Roy said about April that he ain't served, his 10 years with her yet, right? But the thing about it is the trip out thing that John doesn't know is that April says she still feels very much married to Roy. So I'm like, is she not finished with Roy, or what the Sam Rocket ship is going on with these cotton freaking couples? John said that the relationship with her and Roy is getting on his nerves. And he said it's about to be an issue up in his tissue. Okay. He said that she said what everybody knows. April said everybody knows how I feel about Roy. And John said, and everybody know how I feel about Roy. He said it's about to be a problem. But Lauren in the background is Kiki and Kakan and living her best couple of coming through. Oh, another one? Is it another one coming? Excuse me 1 second, y'all. Okay, it's not another one coming. Okay, it's not another one coming. So anyway, y'all. So this particular couple is new to us, but they true to us, and they are crazy as I don't know what. Let me tell you something. If you are just skipping through here and you're like, I don't know what this show is about, what is Auntie talking about, you have got to start watching this show. It is off the chain crazy. And if you want to be entertained in the sickest kind of way, you got to watch. This couple, of course, you all know, we were introduced to them last week. This is Jimmy and Lisa. This is Jimmy, Lisa, Wendy, and Jack. Now, Jimmy, and Lisa are divorced. Now, Jimmy is the one that's on the sofa with the bald head, okay? And the one with the green shirt is Lisa. Now, Wendy is now married to Jimmy, who is Lisa's ex-husband. But Lisa is now engaged to Jack, who is sitting over here in the cotton freaking. Oh, it's Jack. Okay, well that means that everybody got it wrong. If it's Frank, it's Frank. Okay, well they got it in all the blogs that is okay. Well, let's call him Jimmy Frank. Okay, or Frank Jimmy. So she's with Frank, right? So the, all of them are now, the son is graduating and they're going to go and surprise the son, but now they're getting ready to go together, all four of them, on an RV, because Lisa believes that they all need to get an opportunity to like one another. Now the girlfriend of Lisa popped up on the scene and said she was there when they got married, she was there when they was together, and she was there when they got a divorce. And she believes that Lisa still loves Jimmy. Now, last week when we watched the episode between these crazy mofos, she indicated that she wanted to tell the son why they broke up and the stuff that was going on in the relationship. It's none of his business what's going on in the relationship. So she said now she and Jim have made a decision that they would talk to him about it, but not give him all the finite details, which I absolutely agree with. They should not tell him anything. In the meantime, they asked the girlfriend when she found out that they were going on an RV. She asked Frank, Jimmy Frank, whether or not, wait a minute, Jack Frank, okay? She asked Jack Frank or Frank Jack whether or not he agreed to this. He didn't say nothing. But every time they talk about the relationship between Lisa and Jimmy, he is rolling his mofo eyes. His eyes is all up in the ceiling because he's sick of this crap. But for some reason, he's too weak to say how he really feels about this situation. Okay, because this is a situation. Okay, put that down in the chat. This is a situation. Okay. So, but Wendy says that Lisa wants what she got and she ain't getting it. She with this man, she been married to him now for 10 years, kiss her ass. So one of the friends asked Lisa straight up and down, are you still in love with him? She said no with a straight face. But anytime your face is straight, it means you're lying and covering up. I truly believe that by the end of this episode, we're going to find out that Lisa is absolutely cotton freaking still in love with Jimmy. Now, I don't believe that Jimmy is in love with her. I think that Jimmy is done and he is happily married to Wendy. But I absolutely believe that Wendy has some residual feelings about this mofo that she just don't want to admit, and think that everybody around her stupid. Ain't nobody as stupid as she thinks she is. Y'all, the next cotton freaking couple. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is Jessica in the green. This is what is his name? Phil in the middle, and this is Kay Lovey, right? Casey Lovey. Y'all, Jessica showed how cotton freaking very jealous she is of Kay. Like for real. So we last week when we met this particular couple, she came into no, Jerry. His name is Jerry. Jerry, Kay Lovey, and Jessica. Okay, so I'm gonna get these names straight. This the second episode, y'all. So you know I'm gonna get the names straight. So Jerry was married to Jessica, okay, in the green. Jessica decided that she was gonna move. No, not situation. Okay, this is a situation, not a situation. Okay, this is a situation. Okay, put that in the chat. So anyway, so Jessica is living in Jerry's home. This home does not belong to her whatsoever. He decided that he was going to let Kay Lovely come and stay with him at the house. Now, last week we saw him trying to find a spot for her to sleep, and he decided that she was going to sleep in the cotton freaking closet. All right. She said, I'm not sleeping in no closet. And she went downstairs and took over the basement. Now, Jessica did not want Kay Lovely to go and stay in the basement because her son has his own private room down there. But Kay said, bitch, I done came here now. It's shocking enough for me not to be sleeping in the bed with you because your daughter does. But I'm absolutely not going to be sleeping in no closet. So she took her stuff downstairs. Now, okay, so now, of course, Jessica got a problem with it. Now, but Jessica, who I'm trying to think the best out of Jessica because Jessica absolutely has a cotton freaking problem with Kay Lovely. She says that, I'm here for the kids and this, that, and the other, and I care about the kids. The kids are the center of my world, and, God bless the children and all of that kind of stuff. That she shouldn't worry about what the hell Jerry is doing under his roof. Because at the end of the day, you are a guest, just as much a guest in the home as K Lovey is. You got a problem. So Kay gets up in the morning and she's like, I got a routine because I'm OCD. I got all these bells and alarms on my telephone that ring off to tell me what to do. So Kay says she gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And when she gets up at 4 o'clock, by 4:30, she meditating. By 6 o'clock, she's doing, a therapeutic bath. So she, is OCD. She knows she crazy as a loon bug, but she says she wasn't crazy enough to stay in that cotton freaking closet. Now, Jerry said the reason why he wanted her to stay in the closet was because he thought that if she stayed in the closet, he could sneak away from his daughter and get him some during the middle of the night. And now because Kay is down in the basement, that has made it hard for him because Mofo's going to hear the steps crinkling and crackling up underneath his feet when he's sneaking, and then he's taking a risk of his son coming out of his room downstairs in the basement and catching his father with his drawers down. So basically, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Now her girlfriend, so she's up. And he says, well, what I want to do, because Kay can't sleep with me in the bed, I'm going to give Kay some of my closet space so that Kay can be okay with me. So they go upstairs. She got all of her stuff folded. He said it looked like a boutique. No, it looked like a basement with her stuff sitting on the ping pong table. That's what it looked like. It looked out of place. So then she goes upstairs with him, and they're in there, straightening up the closet. He's making room for her belongings, and in comes Jessica. Jessica comes in the morning with that morning look on her, like she didn't brush her teeth or her ass. She comes in and she's like, hey, Jerry, are you in there? Where else would Jerry be? You heard them talking. You heard the ruckus going on. You know exactly where Jerry is. Jessica. Jessica comes into the cotton freaking room. Jerry, are you here? So they making room and everything. So okay, Lovey, she speaks to the woman and everything. She's all drop off. She was like, well, I'm going to get up and I'm going to make breakfast for the kids. And so Kay was like, well, I just take me some eggs. Kay said, if you make it right. So, Jerry was like, well, what you going to cook? So she was like, well, I'm going to cook their favorite meals and this knick-knack patty where I can give a dog a bone. And Kay was like, well, I can come and help out. You know what I'm saying? I could come and cook. I could at least cook some eggs. So Jessica was like, I ain't cooking for her. Now I was feeling some kind of way. Because the least that you could do is be hospitable. Now I don't know how many days that it's been there since the girl's there, but at the end of the day, honey, you are a guest, and I don't know why Jessica has not realized yet that you are a guest in your ex-husband's home. This young lady is a new chick on the block, but Kay don't want the smoke right now because Kay said, I'm Puerto Rican. She said, I'm gonna tell you, she can try. She said this chick thinks she clever. Okay, because when they was downstairs, okay. So anyway, she was like, I am not cooking her breakfast. She said, Kay, you can come down and you could cook your eggs any kind of way you want to. So Kay was like, well, damn, I'm trying to be hospitable, trying to see whether or not we can click together, at least talk to each other. She said she blew me off and was all dry and distant from me when I came up in this mofo. I'm just trying to, trying to get along for the get along. But at the end of the day, she said, I ain't for it. She said, this mess is weird. So they go downstairs and everything. And Jessica's down there cooking breakfast for the kids and everything. And so is her husband because, I guess this is their routine. And so then, he's slicing avocados and stuff. And he puts the avocado feeds it to Jessica. So Kay was like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on? They think that this is going to be all right with me. This isn't all right with me. She said, this is just weird, period. And that's on period. Okay. So, he said, honey, I got your breakfast for you, Kay. So he makes her a little, meal with salsa and, and avocados and a little waffle on there or pancake, with a little in the shape of a heart. So she was like, oh, that's so sweet, baby. Thank you and everything. And so her bill goes off and she was like, oh, I should be rehearsing right now because evidently she's some type of actress or whatever. And so next thing you know, her bell goes off on her phone. And so, Jessica comes across the room with her cup of oatmeal in her hand. And she goes to sit on Jerry's lap. And she was like, that bell rang for me to, sit on my husband's lap. I mean, sit on Jerry's lap. I usually sit on his lap and have breakfast every morning. So Kay was like, well, honey, I'm going to tell you right now, honey, that is going to change around here. And she was like, I'm just, oh, it's going to change. And so Kay was like, yeah, that's going to have to change up in this camp. And she was like, well, maybe it will, maybe it won't. So Kay was, ready to jump up from this table. And so, she was like, I'm just kidding. And so Jerry was like, don't, he uncomfortable because he know ain't nothing going on between the two of them, right? And so Jessica is trying to antagonize Kay. She says, I was just trying to break up the conversation so that he could come and help me in the kitchen. He's already helped you in the kitchen. Right now, he's sitting down with Kay Lovey to have cotton freaking breakfast. You can wait. Whatever dishes got to be washed. Whatever cup, spoon got to be put up and washed. Okay. That can wait. So now what you trying to do is antagonize the girl. But you know what Kay said? Kay said, this chick thinks she clever. She thinks she's smart. But what she better not forget, honey, is that I'm Puerto Rican. She said, I'm Puerto Rican around this mother, and I don't play them kind of games. She gonna end up checking her. So Jessica was like, I don't know what Kay thinks, but I'm not cooking breakfast for her. I don't work for her. Oh, so what are you saying, Jessica? You can't be hospitable? You can't for one day cook the girls some breakfast? You cooking it anyway. You all up in their business, all up in a room. Suppose they was trying to get busy. Okay? You make yourself useful. Take your ass downstairs and cook the breakfast. Now, see, the thing about it is I felt like she was one of them snooty type of, chicks. And if I had a chick that come up in the house and she looked like Kay Lovey, I probably would be a little jealous too. But at the end of the day, if the relationship is over between me and Jerry, I don't care. It's just time for me to go. Okay. It's time for me to kick rocks, make dust. Okay. Kick some smoke up. And it's not that Jessica is an ugly woman, but she's very insecure. And Jerry said she is insecure and intimidated by Kay Lovey because Kay Lovey got that stomach snatch. She is cute. She's lively, vivacious. She's Puerto Rican, as she said. Okay. So she got a whole lot of spice to her. So Kay knows that this is happening. So they decide to do a game night. And Jessica won't come down from the room. She told the producers, I'm not going down to the room because I don't want to be around her. I don't want to engraft her in. I don't want my kids to be. So Jerry was like, are you coming down? And she was like, no, I'm not coming down. And he was like, because he wanted to, break all of the tension up in the house. And he said, this is something that they usually regularly do or whatever. But she don't want to bring her tail down there. Okay. So Kay was like, it is what it is. Where is she? So Kay go around looking through the house for, she was like, come on down, Jessica. Because at this point, Kay is like, I'm just trying to get to know the man. This is an agreement that we decided, that we was going to enter into. I understand that it ain't no love between the two of y'all. And I need you to act like it ain't. So she comes down and says, I'm coming down for the benefit of the kids. So while she was sitting down there, Kay Lovey was like, look, for some reason, things are not going right between us. I was trying to be hospitable to you. She said, I know that this is uncomfortable. But I would like for us to be able to at least talk about it, right? Because at the end of the day, this is Jerry's bull. This is Jerry's stuff. This isn't there. The issue isn't between the two of them. The issue should be Jerry. But Kay Lovey has enough maturity to say, let's talk about it. So, of course, Jessica passes it off because she's passive aggressive. And she passes it off and act like, oh, it ain't no big deal. I'm okay. I mean, it just is what it. No, it ain't what it is. And so, like Kay said, I'm sitting up here giving her an opportunity to say what she has to say, to talk about the difficulty, the uncomfortableness, right? If that's a word, I'm just all over the place with these people. But she wants to have an opportunity to, talk to her and let's squash it. Let's at least talk about it. If we're going to be in this situation, we got cameras in our faces. We all had to sign a contract to say that this is what we was going to do. So you knew what it was. Don't sit here and act like you don't know what it is. So I can see that these two, they gonna be rumbling in the jungle, honey. I'm trying to tell you right now. It's about to go down between these two women. And I got a feeling that Kay, unless Kay decides that she's going to walk out the relationship, she's going to win because Jessica is passive aggressive, right? And after a while, it's going to spill over to her kids, the ones that she says she's there. She's talking about, it used to be peace in this home, in our home. That's not your home. Take the R out of it and say Jerry. There used to be peace in Jerry's home. And so that's the issue. That's the problem. Okay? You making stuff up as you go. You are a guest up in this house, and she lucky she ain't with somebody like myself that would just straight tell her, this ain't your camp. Okay? This supposed to be mine. So anyway, this couple right here. Oh my God. 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 Alex and Caroline. Ooh, wait a minute, y'all. I done left y'all. Hold on. Alex and Caroline are very interesting. Alex, as we know, was in a relationship with the guy that's over here on his cell phone named Steven. Steven cheated on Alex and broke his heart. While Steven was cheating on Alex and Alex was going through the stuff that he was going through, Caroline was there for him. The two of them hooked up and they got into a romantic relationship. They are now dating one another and have been dating each other for 2 years. That thing that's on Caroline's face bothers me. Now I know I have a Marilyn Monroe mole right here, right? I've had it all my life. It's just been there. But that thing that's sitting up down there on that lip that she got, make you think that you need to clean your screen off. It just make me feel like I just need to get a tissue and just, how you get the little tissue and you on that little. Okay. I need you to, Linda, to really be careful what you say, okay? Because I don't want anybody in here offended. I love you to pieces, but I saw that comment come up. Please be sensitive on what you say, okay? In the comment section. Please. Please. Okay? Thank you, boo. When we are working with these companies, working with stuff like this, we got to be real sensitive to what it is that we say. Now, ain't nobody said nothing wrong yet, but we got to be sensitive, okay? We don't want to come off as, phobic. Let's not do that, okay? he's living in his truth. And even though they said certain things on the show, I still want to be sensitive. So the two, and I'm not saying anybody said anything wrong. I'm just saying be careful about what y'all say, okay? Love y'all. Y'all know I do. So Stephen and Alex were in a relationship. When they broke up, he went to Caroline. So everybody is saying Caroline, Alex don't like you. So now they're going to Friendsgiving, right? This Thanksgiving is amongst friends, and so they call it Friendsgiving. And they're riding over, and both of them are feeling apprehensive because they are going to be around the family and the friends. A lot of her family and her friends do not know why she is in this relationship with Alex, because Alex was formerly in a relationship with Steven. They were living as a gay couple. So they feel like he still is that way. She is feeling some kind of way about why he won't get rid of Steven, why Steven is still in the picture. So they go around the couple, I mean, to the family, to Friendsgiving. Caroline, has a cousin and many friends who are gay. And so the friends are judging and saying, why are they together? We've already told her that he is still, gay, and that he doesn't like women. He doesn't like Caroline. But they can't explain why he's with Caroline. I can't explain it. I damn sure ain't gonna explain it. And whatever he says is what's gonna go, because who are me to judge? But for some reason, well, he does talk about it later on, and we'll get to that. So the friend was tagging him, her cousin, who she said comes in, starts, and then he leaves. Right? He messy, and so he is tagging Alex on the butt because I guess he's trying to prove that Alex is what Alex is. Right? And so Caroline is having problems on her side. Then Alex's sister Jessica shows up, and Alex's sister Jessica likes Steven. She's been in Steven's life. The whole family is in love with Steven, but Steven hurt Alex, and he went to Caroline, and now that's who he's with. So Alex is talking to his sister in the living room, and then Steven comes on the phone. When Steven comes on the phone, the sister is talking to him, and she says, "Boy, hey, how you doing?" Because they were together for a while. And so Steven was like, "Hey," she was like, "Well, why you not here?" You know what I'm saying? So he gives his reason why he's not there. And she's like, "I got married." And she shows him the ring. And he was like, "Oh my God." And she was like, "Well, I want you to be in the wedding. When I didn't have a wedding. I got married, but I didn't have a wedding, but I'm going to have one. And when I have one, can you be in my wedding?" It's one of the people who gives me away. And so Alex said, "Well, can Caroline be in the wedding as well?" And she doesn't answer. She said, "The weird thing about this is I know my brother." She said, "At Halloween, I was the one who dressed him up." Okay. And they showed a picture of him with his wig, his makeup, all of that kind of stuff. She says, "I know for a fact that my brother is gay." Now, he also has a roommate that he lived with. And the roommate was saying, although he's with Caroline now, you always have that itch. He said he is going to want him some weenus. He's never not going to want weenus. But it seems like to me that Caroline has got to be okay with that. And I know that it's probably weird for other people, because some people are in relationships where, they're bisexual. And so If she decides that this is the man that she wants to be with, then she needs to be with him and he needs to be with her and let the chips fall where they may. I think that, people have to get out of the habit of putting people in a box. And I know they want to put him in this box, but he doesn't want to stay in the box. And if she's okay with living an out of the box experience of life with him, then I think that people should just sit back and mind their business. Be there for them, but not be there in there with them. So he tells his sister that he's been with Caroline for 2 years and that he now wants to propose. And the sister was like, "What, tonight?" And he was like, "No, but I do want to propose." And he got really emotional, and he continues to get emotional every time he talks about Stephen, because he said that all his life he was verbally and mentally abused, and it has left scars on him. He got so emotional during this period of time that he couldn't even talk about it anymore because of the damages that Stephen has done. And so while the family is still holding on to the relationship with Stephen, he's trying to let that relationship go. He said the thing about it was when he found out that Stephen had cheated on him and broke his heart so much that he never even got closure with the situation. He said he just stopped talking to him, and then all of a sudden he picked it back up again. So this couple is going to be very interesting. Um, I think a lot of it is going to be sad because you have to, as a family, right? And families, sometimes our family members get divorced from people and then they bring somebody new in. And while you can hold on to the memories and the relationship of the old husband or ex-wife or ex-husband or whatever, you have to make room for new people to come in. I don't see them making room for Caroline on either side. Either family is nobody's making room for it because everybody wants to say that Alex is what he is and he's never going to change. He said that there is something about Caroline. He loves her. She sees him and loves him for who he is. And so when couples are laying down and they're having pillow talk and stuff like that, you don't know what they're agreeing on. When they lay down in the midnight hour while you at your house and they at their house, they're having conversations that you don't know anything about. And so whatever they decide to agree on, let them live. Now I know it may be difficult and it may be hard, but at the end of the day, you've got to allow people to live. And I know his family wants to hold him in his past. And you can tell by his mannerisms and everything. But I think that next week he is going to talk about what he is. And whatever he is, he's accepted. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. And we have human experiences. And his experiences in the past have hurt him. He's been hurt by Stephen. And there may be a day where he chooses not to be with Caroline anymore. It still doesn't put him in a box. We cannot box people in. And this right here, I think is going to teach a lot of us some things, especially your auntie. Because a lot of this stuff I don't know, and a lot of this stuff I do know, right? I believe that people should be free to be who they are. Um, because I want to be free to be who I am. I truly want to be free to be who I am. With no judgment, no, I just, I don't know. We've got to learn how to love people exactly where they are. And I think that that is what Caroline has managed to do for Alex. They are very interesting. I am already, of course, as you all can tell, in love with Alex. And I want Alex, if you're here, I want you to know that all of us here at this channel, we support whatever you and Caroline decide to do. We support that. And there's no judgment here. I don't want you to believe, to think that we are phobic. There's nothing like that going on. We embrace everybody. And we will try our best. We may fail, but we will try our best to understand and to be sensitive in what we say and how we say it. And if you feel like that we've said something that has been offensive, please make sure you reach out to me. Mary, if you could put it down in the chat for Alex and for Caroline and for anybody else, put it down in the comment, my email address down in the comment section. Let us know, because I think that this is going to educate us. There's a word that he used to talk to his family about it last week to describe what he believes that he is. And so I really want to be sensitive to that. I also want to let, where is she at? Linda, I want you, I absolutely know, and I meant none either. You know, I love you to pieces. I know you did not. And I think that like all of us are going to learn. So that's why I just was saying it, right? Because you belong to me, Linda. You're my boo. Okay. You're one of my members, highly regarded, highly respected, always respectful. And I don't want anyone to come in here and to believe that any of us, yes, thank you for the rainbows. I don't want anybody to come in here and think anything different. Linda belongs to me, Alex, and anyone else from that community. And I stand behind her 100%, 10 toes to the ground. So we may say some things, or she didn't say anything wrong, but I just was like, don't say anything. Because we all learning, and it's almost like, we have a lot to learn about everything, right? And I was going to come out here and I was going to talk about, Real Housewives of New York, and how the edit was with Ebony trying to empower and educate these white, rich, wealthy white women about the Black Harlem experience, and how the edit was to me. And so, as an African American woman, she feels a duty, a responsibility, if you will, to educate them about the Black experience, about Black wealth and all that. And so sometimes we all find ourselves in a position where we have to educate. And I think that Alex is going to be the one to educate not only y'all, but me too, because a lot of this I don't know, right? I don't know anything about it. And so I just want him to know, and anybody else to know, that we will absolutely try to be sensitive with what we say and how we handle this particular situation. But it's very interesting. I've fallen in love with him. He's opening me up to a world I've never known, and I welcome the challenge. I welcome the knowledge. And no, it shouldn't be his job to educate me. Let me say that too. I should be doing the research, right? I could be doing the research. But through this, I'm learning, right? And we're all going to learn together. But anyway, y'all, if y'all are not looking at this show, you've got to be looking at it. I think it's going to be touching on some subjects and some ideas that are going to be new to us. And we are here for the ride, okay? Absolutely, Rosie. Sometimes we crack jokes, but ain't nothing but love. It ain't nothing but love. It ain't nothing but love. You see, hashtag knowledge. I agree. I agree. I agree. Okay. Absolutely. 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 So I want to put that up there. Thank you so much, Mary. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this show. Like this sucker is crazy. I think that the next couple that is going to the next couple is a man and his wife, I believe, is in a relationship with a woman. And I believe that she said something about my husband's is in my wife. And I guess the wife is now pregnant by the husband so that the two of them can have a family. This is going to be interesting. If you know anybody that needs to watch this, these reviews, y'all please share the videos. If you on Twitter, if you on Instagram, whatever social media platform you're on, share this so that we can have these conversations and talk about this crazy show. Like, who would have known, right? Um, I feel excited about it, and like I'm excited about it. So let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this particular show. Thank you so much to my moderator who always keeps the chat nice and safe so that everyone can talk and share in a safe environment. Love you all to pieces, and y'all have a great night on purpose, y'all. Bye, y'all.